Hi there, Daniel from Great Ocean Road Chiropractic with this week's Monday movement. Today we are going to be following up on our chat about posture with a look at how you can improve your posture when you're stuck in a chair. Now, a lot of us spend the majority of our day, if we're working in an office or if we're commuting somewhere for work, either sitting in a car chair or in an office chair. So it's really important that when we have to spend time in a chair, that we're doing that the best that we can. What we want to consider first before we look at the ways to sit appropriately is that we need to remember that it's not great for us to sit for long periods of time without getting up and moving around. So keep that in mind as we're working through this. It's great to sit really well, but it's even better if you can sit well as get up and move around as regularly as possible throughout the day. So when we're looking at sitting in a chair, there's three things that we want to remember to look after our spinal health and posture. Number one, we want to make sure that we're sitting up on our sit bones and we're not rounding around and sitting onto our tailbone. So if you look at our spinal model here, if we're looking at you from the side in the chair, we want to sit up on these sit bones rather than flexing forward or slouching forward and putting a lot of pressure through the base of your pelvis there. Secondly, what we want to do is make sure that we're not relying too much on the back of the chair. So a really good thing to remember is that throughout the day, you shouldn't find yourself slouching or leaning back onto the back of the chair. That means that you're disengaging your core and you're essentially slouching and creating a forward head posture, which is going to create a lot of neck tension and potentially leads you to having more headaches and neck pain and also make you tight and sore throughout your body as you're sitting. Thirdly, we want to look at the posture of our head and neck while we're sitting. So what we want to do is pick a point in the center of our head around towards the back and imagine that we have a string attached to that point that's actually dragging us up towards the sky. What this is going to do is help us to elongate our spine and bring our head back over our body. So from the side, if we were to slouch, we can see that our head would fall forward of our body. And if we're to imagine that point in our head back here being pulled up towards the sky, we can see that our head comes back over our body, and that's going to help to reduce the amount of tension in your head and neck when you are required to spend time in a chair. So try those three things out throughout the week when you're spending time in the chair. Do remember that it's really important to get up out of the chair and walk around or do some stretches that we'll go through in future videos throughout the day to prevent tension from sitting down for too long. Enjoy the rest of your Monday and the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon.